Most men don't know what actually makes a woman pull away. They think it's because of something they said or something they didn't do. They beat themselves up trying to figure it out, scrolling through texts, replaying conversations, asking their boys for advice. But the truth is rarely in what you did, it's in what you didn't understand. Because when it comes to female desire, the rules aren't written in logic, they're written in emotion. And if you don't know how a woman feels in your presence, you'll never understand why she stays or why she suddenly disappears. Here's what you need to know, and no one's going to say it as directly as I'm about to. Women are emotional creatures. We feel first, think later. We aren't doing it on purpose, and we're not being dramatic. It's just how we're wired. So if you're approaching her from a rational mindset, trying to make sense of everything with logic, you're already missing the point. We don't fall for men who make the most sense on paper. We fall for men who stir something inside us, a feeling we can't quite name, but can't seem to walk away from either. Let me walk you through it. As a woman, I felt these shifts firsthand. I've pulled away from men who adored me, not because I didn't like them, but because I didn't feel that edge, that pull. I've also stayed up at night thinking about guys who were inconsistent, mysterious, and even frustrating because they activated something emotional, not logical. And that's the key. Women don't chase clarity. We chase tension. We lean into mystery. We crave emotional friction, not constant conflict, but that electric sense of wondering what you'll do next. Predictability is safe, but it's also boring. The guy who always texts back right away, who never lets her wonder, who showers her with constant praise from day one, he's sweet, but he doesn't get remembered. He doesn't make her heart race. You might think being steady, reliable, and available is enough, and those things do matter, but not in the beginning. In the early stages of attraction, we're not looking for the man who always picks up the phone. We're looking for the man who makes our heart skip a beat when it rings. That emotional difference is subtle, but it defines how attraction works for us. You could be the best guy in the world, but if you don't make us feel anything, we drift. We're not being cruel, we're following our instincts. Let's break this down into the 10 deep emotional truths most men never realize about women. But once you do, you become the kind of man she thinks about long after you're gone. Number 1, validation isn't just wanted, it's addictive, and not just yours. We want to be wanted by the world, by strangers, by our exes, by people we haven't even met yet. That's why we post selfies. That's why we use filters. That's why we spend 20 minutes picking out an outfit even as we're just going to brunch. We say it's for us, and to some extent it is, but deep down, we want to be noticed. Now, here's where men go wrong. They think giving constant validation will win us over. But if you offer too much, too soon, we stop valuing it. It becomes background noise. But if you make us earn it, if your praise is rare, specific, and well-timed, it becomes gold. We crave it. We start performing for it. And whether we realize it or not, we start chasing you just to get another dose. Number 2, uncertainty is the hook. It's what makes us replay your texts, overthink your tone, stalk your Instagram. When we're not sure where we stand with you, we become emotionally invested. It's not healthy, but it's real. The guy who's always a little unpredictable, who's emotionally present but not needy, who keeps us guessing just enough, that's the guy we obsess over. Once a woman knows she has you, completely and without question, she stops imagining you. And imagination is everything. What we can't figure out, we can't stop thinking about. Number 3, emotional mirroring is your superpower. Most guys ignore our emotions or try to fix them, but when you actually reflect them back to us, without panic, without judgment, we melt. If we're venting and you say, "Sounds like you feel invisible today," or "You seem overwhelmed, like no one's hearing you," we feel seen, and that feeling is intoxicating. We start to trust you, we start to open up, and we bond to you emotionally, which is how real attraction forms. It doesn't mean you have to agree with everything. It means you witness it. You hold space for it. That's rare. Most people want to rush through emotion because it's uncomfortable. But if you can sit with it, if you can look at a woman and say, "I see you, and I'm still here," you become something different, something safe, something grounding. Number 4, fear of replacement is a real thing. Even if we're not in love with you, the idea that you could move on without us messes with our head. If you suddenly pull back, start focusing on yourself, stop responding instantly, We feel it, we notice, and often we react by reaching out, texting more, trying to win you back. Not always because we want you, but because we want to feel like we still have you. That's the paradox. When you stop chasing, we start wondering. When you stop reassuring us, we start pursuing you. Your silence becomes louder than words. Number 5, we feel status. Not just in your bank account, but in your body language, your tone, how others respond to you. A man with presence is irresistible. You don't have to say you're powerful, we feel it. You don't have to name drop or flash money. Just walk with calm confidence, own your space, make decisions without hesitation. That energy, it makes us sit up straighter. It makes us want to impress you. Number 6, emotional containment is rare and magnetic. When a woman is spiraling, she's not just being dramatic, she's subconsciously testing you. Can you stay grounded? Can you hold space for her without trying to fix her? Most men either fight back, shut down, or panic. But the man who stays calm, who says, "I'm not leaving, take your time," makes us feel safe. And safety is the gateway to everything else. And don't confuse this with being passive. Emotional containment doesn't mean letting bad behavior slide. It means knowing when to act and when to simply be present. The man who does that earns not only respect, but emotional intimacy, the deepest form of connection there is. Number 7, using our own words as a mirror is shockingly powerful. If a woman says a month ago, "I just can't stand dishonesty," and then you gently remind her of that when she's dodging your questions, it hits hard. Not because you're being manipulative, because you're showing that you listen, that you remember, and most importantly, that you hold her to the same standards she claims to value. That's a mirror most women aren't used to facing. Number 8, true masculine energy is rare. It's not loud, it's not arrogant, it's not about being alpha. It's about being centered, intentional, unmoved by external noise. When you speak slowly, move deliberately, make decisions with clarity, you radiate something we can't explain, but can't resist. You don't chase, you attract, and your stillness becomes the thing that draws us in. Number 9, silence, when used with intention, is your greatest tool. When we're being difficult, emotional, or manipulative, and you don't argue, you just go quiet, it creates a mirror. Now we have to sit with our own behavior. Now we're the ones wondering. It's not the same as giving the silence treatment out of spite, it's a withdrawal of energy. And if we still care, we'll feel it instantly. If we don't, now you know where you stand. And remember, not every silence leads to reconnection. Sometimes the space just reveals the truth, that it was never that deep to begin with. But either way, you gain clarity. You stop wasting time on confusion. Number 10, unwavering self-respect is the ultimate aphrodisiac. The man who doesn't compromise his standards to be liked, who walks away when he's disrespected, who doesn't need anyone to validate his worth, that man is unforgettable. Even if we leave him, we remember him. Because most men bend. They shrink, they negotiate themselves out of dignity. But the rare man who doesn't, he earns permanent respect. Now, here's the final piece most men miss. A woman's emotional wiring isn't something to exploit, it's something to understand. Awareness doesn't make you manipulative, it makes you powerful. Because once you see clearly, you stop reacting blindly. You stop chasing women who barely see you. You stop pouring energy into black holes. And you start choosing yourself. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.